Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've been seeing 1212, this is a message for you. Okay. It's the 1212 portal tomorrow. Seeing 1212, especially now, is not random. It's not by chance. It's not by accident. So in this reading, we're going to look at what 1212 is all about. We'll dig into what the number 12 means in general. We'll talk about angel number 1212. We'll connect it to tarot. So if you are a Libra or have Libra high in your chart, strong in your chart, you may want to pay extra attention because this is generally a reading or channel for Libras. All placements though. So we'll use tarot, oracle cards, channeled messages. Let's talk about 1212. So it feels as though it's a divine activation. Many of these portals do, like 1111 and 888, right? So I'm seeing massive shift. We go from a pause, the Hanged Man, to like a breakthrough, ultimate fulfillment, ultimate completion. And I just saw 111 on the timer right now, and that is all about your manifestation. Really, again, going from like the pause, the standstill to a sprint almost. You're finishing something up. Something is definitely coming in. I have these awesome tarot tokens here. The information is down below. I do not have a connection to them, but I just wanted to point those out. And that's why I have the Hanged Man here, number 12, Major Arcana. I have the World card here, 21, right? The mirror of 12. So we'll talk about that. But the universe has been slowing something down, it feels like, so you can take a closer look. Okay, things feel like they're speeding up, right? But at the same time, I feel you're being asked to pause, or maybe you've been facing a delay in your life before you can have that ultimate victory, that ultimate, harmonious completion, wholeness, accomplishment. For some of you, it's even travel. You go from, being stuck in one place maybe to being able to get a little movement, get a little traction. Okay. You're aligning so you can step into a brand new cycle. You know what they say? So I used to play soccer, and they would, one of the main things they show you when you're little even and you play soccer is like, let the ball stop before you kick it. Because if you kick a spinning ball, you don't have control over it. So that's what's coming to my head right now. Is that something maybe had to slow down or even stop completely so that you could take a better look and become aligned. So that like timing plays into this too. And maybe you're seeing 1212 on the clocks a lot or just out and about. That's, again, it's not a random synchronicity. Feels like there's a lot of anticipation here mixed with exhaustion, right? Be careful of burnout, friends. But I feel like you've been really ready for this, but something around you hasn't been, right? And I have the Hanged Man upside down right now, actually. Oops, let me put that back the way it's supposed to be. First card out. Oh my goodness, look what I said. You have hidden blessings. So you have hidden blessings right here coming in, first card out. Okay. Something around you hasn't been moving, but that's, and it's on this card. Things aren't always what they seem. You'll soon realize what this means for you, Libra. You'll realize it all worked out in divine timing as it should have all along. But, our timing and in Spirit's timing can be very different things, right? The delays will finally make sense, though. Something will come full circle to the world. We go from Hanged Man to the world, 12 to 21, right? A greater purpose becomes clear maybe for some of you. Your path forward opens up. Doors fling open. Ones that's felt closed maybe, right? Oh my gosh. I'm not just talking air here, right? This is abundance. Path opens up. But right now it could be foggy, right? Or maybe it has been for a while, but be open to receiving. Blessings and abundance are coming in. If you stumbled upon this reading, there's a message here for you. And I'm hearing clairaudiently, I'm very clairaudient. I'm hearing, don't take no for an answer. there's something here almost that feels like maybe you felt like you missed an opportunity. You might even be blaming yourself, etc. But it really does, especially if it has to do with like a partnership or a commitment for work, or I mean, it can be any area of your life, money, love, whatever. But it does feel as though some of you might be feeling as though you missed the ace. You missed the opportunity. And the aces are the ones, right? They represent the ones really in each suit. It's kind of like maybe intuitively you weren't sure how you felt about something, but now maybe you have more clarity on it. And for some of you, that fog has already lifted. And so it feels like now you want to take advantage of a certain opportunity, but it's almost like not knowing if you missed the boat. So that's just going to be randomly specific for someone out there. Because the Hanged Man confirms something in your life has paused, and it's intentional. It's not punishment. It wasn't rejection. Okay. It could have been redirection, recalibration. Think of it as like a sacred gift from the universe, This shows up. Hangman shows up. 12 in tarot, right? Hangman shows up when a new path is coming, but a shift in perspective is needed first. So you could have felt stuck. Look at this. Look what I say. You could have felt stuck. I flip a card. You get freedom. I mean, amazing. It's amazing. So without freedom, there's no creation. Let your spirit take flight. Even if you can't physically move, you can make the change. Mentally, you can shift mentally, like that Hanged Man, right? Get that higher perspective. You could feel as though you've been going round and round, right? Repeating a loop. Feeling as though maybe, there just hasn't been clarity, or you've been waiting for something that you can't quite put your finger on, right? True love. Here's true love here. Now, this doesn't have to be a person. This could be a thing you love, like a new hobby, a new career, a new sport, even I'm hearing. I don't know. They're giving me a lot of sports stuff today, and that's not typical. So there could be something there with it. Let's turn this a bit so you can see a little better, I hope. What else? The cards are saying you weren't stuck. You weren't left behind. You were aligned. Say yes, my friends. Look at the transformation here with this lovely monarch butterfly. Let's get into some tarot now. We've done some oracle. We'll do some tarot. We'll use angel numbers, animal cards. I like to get into a lot of it here. Well, let's see. What else? Tell us more about 1212. Let's dig into a little bit to the Hanged Man energy, okay? Hanged Man, we go from Hanged Man to World, but tell us about the Hanged Man. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. So this could absolutely be affecting your health, your wealth, your family, your home, all the things that are represented by the Suit of Pentacles. So something could be feeling stuck in limbo, right? Answers haven't necessarily come in yet, or maybe, it seems like they're about to. This does feel like it. It could be anything, because you have abundance and you have love on the table. And then we have the 5 of Wands. So there could have been some sort of conflict or just hardship when it comes to abundance. Just things haven't been lining up properly, haven't been aligning. Again, you weren't, it's not that you were, again, left behind, right? You were aligned, realigned. Now what? Freedom. Oh my goodness. Can't make that up. And there's the World card. There's the World card. And there it is. There's that freedom. It's like when you free yourself from that stuck energy, and maybe it is around this time of this 12-12 portal, give or take days on each side, weeks on each side, even. I don't know how long it'll be here, this energy, but let's say it's 12 days on either side, right? 12 and 12. So the World card, as we've talked about already, completion, ultimate fulfillment, that satisfaction. You've reached a goal. You're going places. You feel as though you're no longer stagnant or stuck. You're not going round and round anymore. You're actually, things seem much clearer. Seems like this can also be a card of you really devoting yourself to something you love, making that ultimate commitment. And you have the Fool card, and some of you are ultimately, you're committed to having that fresh beginning, that new start. And for some of you, it's going to be something new or someone new coming into your world now. That's true love. So I'm pointing to that true love card, right? You are becoming what you were always meant to be, what you've always been. But maybe the environment around you wasn't supportive of it. It wasn't conducive to what you want to do. But now you have this new giant step forward. After the World card, you get the Fool card. I mean, come on, right? You go from closing out something, one stage, one storyline, timeline, and starting a brand new one. And so carry with you only the lessons. I always say lessons, not luggage, right? Have that optimism, have the optimism and keep your spirit light. Remember, you're not new at life, right? You might be scary sometimes to take that chance, but you are being encouraged to take the chance, to say yes to the offer, yes to the romance. You're ready. And here's the Knight of Pentacles. It might not be the be all end all at first, but taking that step is going to get you where you want to be. I just saw 11:11 on the timer. That's divine timing. It's letting you know things really are aligning. They're lining up for you, Libra and other friends. But first, you need to say adios, sayonara, Sam, whatever, to certain things that have not been helpful when it comes to, again, your environment, your health. Maybe you're in a situation, work or love, otherwise home life, etc., where it's stressing you out to the point of you're feeling it in your body. We can't separate body, mind, spirit, right? Bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And there we are, like I said, sayonara, right? Adios. Ciao, baby. We're getting out of here. We're eclipsing out, right? Only card with the eclipse here. We're eclipsing out whatever doesn't suit us, serve us, whatever has been a hindrance to our fertility, to our abundance, to our well-being, to our health, to our love of life. Bye-bye, right? Smell you later. Haven't said that one in a while, right? But smell you later, right? Who cares what's on the other side of that mountain? They don't care. They're going in, they're in the flow now, right? Now you know why some things happened, or you will. You'll get that clarity. You'll know why something didn't work out exactly how you wanted it to, maybe. Now, only take what resonates. Read the disclaimer, okay? This will not apply to everyone. My messages are ultra specific at times, so please just take what resonates and respectfully leave the rest. Thank you. For freedom and the World card, let's get into the World, okay? We're going to talk about the World card now because it showed right up in the reading. So Libra, this is the final card of the journey, the World card. Completion, graduation, fulfillment, breakthrough. You've been in a holding pattern with that Hanged Man, and now the cycle completes. It's the chapter where things finally click. All the inner work shows up in your outer world, okay? You're stepping into it. Now, on the floor, I have an Eight of Swords in reverse. It flew out onto the floor. All right? So this is a new perspective. This is you facing your fears. You can think of it as a mini Hanged Man in a way. I mean, what are the odds you'd get this? This one's the one where you're feeling trapped, right? And this is what's clarifying the world and freedom. Even if the first, how you can free yourself first and foremost is in your own brain, right? In your own, well, not your brain, in your mind, I should say. Brain and mind are separate, right? But in the mind, make sure your heart should be free. You're just feeling empowered here, right? You're taking control. You're not a victim. This is facing the fears, getting a new perspective, and realizing you are not stuck. And once you realize that, that's when you close out that cycle that you've been in, that roller coaster, that hamster wheel, right? And that's how we get ourselves to that full card. And this is what 12/12 is doing for you. And it's coming at the very end of the year, right? The 12th month in the year. All right. Okay, let's see here. Get a feel on the energy. Okay, so this is a new level. Yeah, this feels like a new level, Libra. This feels like a whole new timeline. It's like a new opportunity or connection. It's a new understanding maybe of your purpose. It's a cycle where, your momentum comes back. Maybe your sense of hope and optimism, spontaneity, that comes back. It's joyous. It's filled with joy. Page of Swords. You may still have some reservations. Why? Because maybe you're not noticing the energy yet. It has, like, you're expecting something to change, or you can feel something feels like it's about to be different. This is huge, something big, but you need more information. Maybe you're not trusting something yet. Maybe you're not trusting it for good reason. Maybe, the past you've trusted some things and they didn't work out. Trusted some people, places, things, or your own judgment, right? Forgive yourself though, let go. Okay, whatever's felt unfinished or incomplete, 1212 is here to close it out. We've got to shut that down. We can't bring all that into this new this, okay? So significance of number 12 in general. Oh, I just saw the Magician card, actually. But before we go deeper, Libra, let's highlight number 12 in general, okay? So it's one of the most powerful numbers in existence because it represents completion, order, and divine timing. Okay, that's what we're getting here. Completion, order, and divine timing. You're wrapping things up just right in that, it might feel like you're too late, but you're not. You're right on time. Because we all have our own timelines, right? I mean, let's think about 12. So we have 12 months in a year. We have 12 lunar cycles, for example. 12 hours of the day, 12 hours of the night. 12 zodiac signs, right? The number 12 is a dozen, right? Things are sold in dozens. We have, what else? There was one more. It's slipping my mind right now. Grade 12. We have 12 grades, kindergarten, and then 12 grades, right? So really it does feel like you're graduating into a new life stage, right? So 12 is like full cycle, okay? Think calendars and graduating schools and things. Okay, so you're learning, you're integrating, you're evolving, and you're rising to the very next level. And look what you have on the floor, Libra. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. This night, that's what they're carrying right there. They've got an Ace of Pentacles. And maybe it's not the ultimate pentacle at first, but it's something, right? I think this is telling me the Ace of Pentacles clarifying the Knight of Pentacles shows me that if you plant that seed where you should, and you believe in your own potential, and you believe and you trust and you have faith and you keep at it, because I know a lot of you have been waiting a long time and it hasn't worked yet, but this is telling me you can trust it. It's coming in. It's just not necessarily feeling like anything's moving right now. But what you can do now is you can shift things in your immediate environment, starting within your mind. Be like an empress, right? The empress doesn't chase, right? They attract. And so that's the energy we want to be in, right? You're like a magnet for wonderful blessings, of abundance, of hidden blessings, of true love, of freedom. Whatever it is you're trying to bring in, fill in the blank. So when you see 1212, it's not just any old number, okay? Remember this reading. It's not any old number. This is about you getting cosmic confirmation that you've completed a cycle and you're ready for advancement. And don't you know it? I know you know it more than anybody else. Oh my goodness. And now, so I want to make a point here. This is our 11th tarot card, and you have the Hanged Man. And that is the two cards, again, relating to 1212, are the Hanged Man and then the World card. 12 and 21. 1, 2 and 2, 1. And it comes. And it comes. Okay, that's you maybe even surrendering and letting go and accepting certain things so that you can have the life you want. Some of you may be asked to surrender to like what are you willing to give up in order to have this new fill in the blank? Maybe when you're asking or praying for something or manifesting something, put out there too what you're willing to do to achieve this. When I get the Hanged Man, that's what I think of. Not just, oh, can I please have, or, oh, I'm bringing this in. This is what I'm attracting, but I'm willing to do X, Y, and Z to bring this in. It signals to the universe that that you're serious, you're taking the steps you can right now, because we can't always do the ultimate right away, right? So whatever step you're on, you're acknowledging it for what it is. That's part of the hangman, the acceptance, and then letting it go, being flexible. I always, when I see the hangman, I think of having to be flexible. Look how, they literally are having to be flexible. They're in, a reverse, an upside down figure 4 there. So this activation, it's the bridge between the two energies, the hangman to the world, the pause to the breakthrough, the waiting to the, here it is, the arrival, right? The waiting to the receiving, the surrendering to the ultimate success, right? Surrender here, success with the world. Stillness, completion. 1212 is telling you, go through the door. You're ready. You're ready for the next chapter. You're ready. And you know what I love is that the ace you have has the threshold on it right there. And there you are. Or maybe you've come from those mountains, right? You've come from the difficulty and you step through that gateway and look, there's your Ace of Pentacles. And it might feel for some of you like you'd almost don't believe it. It's like it appeared out of nowhere. Let me see if I can get a little more light. There we go. So what does Spirit want Libra to know? That you didn't lose time, right? You were being prepared. The portal's correcting your timeline. It's aligning you with something bigger than what you left behind. That's what the Eight of Cups does. They move away from whatever is no longer fulfilling. At one time, sure, it was. It was great. Thanks, but no thanks. We're heading out. We're on our way, right? We're going to invest with this Queen of Pentacles in something that's going to be long-term, more substantial. That's the Ten of Pentacles, right? Now, Libra, I am getting Cobra energy. That when I get that and I see the Ten of Pentacles, it makes me think like, one thing, don't believe everything you hear right now, okay, even if it's in your own head. And the other thing is, or especially don't believe gossip, because you have two cards for me. Believe it or not, I think I'm the only reader that I've known of anyway, that the Ten of Pentacles can have to do with gossip. For me, personally, that's just a me thing. The Page of Swords is a card of gossip at times, and it's more known widely for that. And so I'm just going to caution you, because I have one of my own personal cards that I tie that to, and you have the traditional Page of Swords. Just be mindful of everything you hear right now, right? And also be careful of what you share, what you're putting out there as you're starting your new cycle, as you're trying to create and craft and do what you need to do to get to where you want to be. Make sure you're not telling people before your eggs have hatched, right? You could get some sort of relationship change, a new one coming in or one going out, or you're leaving one, because you have the freedom and you have the true love. So it could be relationship. Here's the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Clarity, the Queen of Truth. Okay, there could be a delay, an opportunity that's been delayed for a while, and it suddenly opens. You know what the Queen of Swords does? She ends things cleanly with that sword. And she also knows with her double-edged sword that in order to have the transition or the transformation, see the butterfly? She needs to rise above those clouds, right? Rise above the drama, get that ultimate clarity. And she knows it comes from within. It does. It comes from within her. It's not out there. No one's coming to save her. She's the queen. So you're the queen. Male, female, doesn't matter in tarot. She's clear. She knows that in order to have this, she might have to cut that thing out, right? That situation. She can't have two things competing with each other at the same time. You've got to, that's too much juggling. That's like, you've got to, if you really want to maximize your opportunities, you really need to focus on like the one that feels most aligned to you and your soul's calling. I think whenever we have these major portals, such as 1111 or the 1212 one, this is the divine timing aligning for us. So, and I feel as though we have more potential for making the big shifts we want when we utilize this energy. So this is a major energetic upgrade, okay? This is like a sense of purpose returning for some of you. Okay. It's like a big mindset shift that's going to lead to freedom. Let your spirit take flight, as that card says, because you have abundance and blessings coming in from the universe, and something that felt like it was just not going to happen could come knocking at your door. Your phone could ring, you get a you're getting an opportunity of a lifetime for some of you. It's going to be life changing, not just, something good coming in. It's like, this feels major to me. Wow. Okay. It feels major because you're pouring your heart and soul into it. I was just going to say, you're going with your heart, and that's what makes all the difference. There's the Knight of Cups. Some of you you've had your heart closed to something, or you've said, you know what, that'll never be mine, so I'm just not going to think about it. I'm not going to allow myself to be a dreamer. This card invites you to dream. Learn what you need to learn. Do what you need to do to make your dream here a reality. It has the potential to shift your entire life. Yeah, this is a powerful outcome. So you're going to want your advice from Spirit is say yes to new cycles. Don't cling to what you've outgrown, right? Don't cling to those old relationships, obligations that you feel, just, yeah, you do you, right? You always read the description or the disclaimer, right? But it does feel like for a lot of you, you're choosing to free yourself from whatever no longer fits, using your sword there as the Queen does. You're releasing what you've outgrown. Your graduation's confirmed by that World card. I'm pointing to the token there. Trust the delay was a protection, right? The Hangman redirected your path. You got clear on something. You had that ultimate enlightenment. It leads to the ultimate fulfillment. There it is. I mean, you can't make that up. Look at, you have the 1111 card. That's what comes right before 1212, right? The 1111 and the 1212. So here is the Four of Wands, and that is your graduation. It is literally the card in tarot, other than the World card, that's graduation. I mean, they're celebrating. They've accomplished this. You're walking through there, and oh my gosh, a dream come true. You see the little ladybug? Wish completed. Wish granted. Right? Wish granted. But you want to move intentionally, okay? You want to step forward consciously, because we're ultimate attractors right now and manifestors. So we want to we don't want the energy running us, right? We want to control it. Like, we want to control the parts we can anyway, right? So be very mindful of your thoughts, of your energy, of who you're giving to, who's around you, who you're telling things to. We don't want to be inviting in things that aren't going to help. Things that could potentially blindside us, hurt, right? Follow what feels light. Follow what feels aligned. If it drains you, it's not part of this new cycle. Boom, Empress. I have chills right now on my head. This is amazing. Wow. I mean, and she's in the flow. This is the energy of all four queens. She's in that flow, and she knows that she's the one providing here, right? She's the one having this, birthing whatever this new beginning is. She's doing it on her own. There's no one else around who's going to deliver this, whatever this is you want. For her, she's having a baby. She's the one who has to go through it, right? The labor. No one else can deliver that baby for her. I mean, yeah, the doctors can, but she's still there, if it's in a literal sense. But she doesn't have to worry. As I said, the Empress doesn't chase. The Empress attracts and gets ready to embrace. Don't chase. Be ready to embrace. I love to rhyme, by the way. All right, so ultimate gardener. Metaphorically speaking, and for this card, literally. She grew the wheat right here. She grew it. She tapped into the resources she had around her. There's the water there, a little bit of little bit of sun. How about some sun? Can you believe this? Unreal. It's like sometimes, though, it doesn't take some crazy wild plan. We don't have to overthink it. Sometimes you just need to give sun and water. You just need to put yourself in the right environments where, you know, say you're a plant where you'd be getting sun, and give it love and care, water it, give it a little food. You know, it doesn't have to be that difficult, but look at this joyous occasion here with the sun. You know, the sunflowers, they turn in real life. Sunflowers, there's a name for it, I can't remember it, but they turn toward the sun. So you need to turn towards your sun. What represents your sun in life, right? Your sunshine. What's your sunshine? Star card. So now we have the sun and the star, and this is absolute glow up. Yeah. This is you knowing you are connected to the entire universe, and therefore you're unstoppable. Nothing can stop you, Libra, except, well, I just heard someone say, well, the government. Funny. But I mean, you know, within reason. It's like, yes, can things stop? Yes, I'm not going to say, oh, nothing ever can stop you from anything. But as far as like your own clarity, your own healing, your own faith, that's limitless. Now, don't limit yourself by putting yourself in environments that you know are just not going to help you grow, right? If you were put these sunflowers in the dark, I mean, they're obviously not going to grow, right? So why, some of you leave your dreams basically in the dark, or the things that you know you could, your talents and your skills and all that, you're not even showcasing them. I'm guilty of it too at times. You know, am I living up to my potential? I don't know. That's probably up for debate. You know, and I feel like a lot of us can feel that way, but I'm just wondering, like, you know, why can't you do it? Who says you can't? If someone else is living your dream, like, why not you? And we can think of lots of reasons why, right? But my point of this reading is letting you know that, you know, let's as this 12/12 portal is upon us, let's step forward consciously. Let's say goodbye. Let's at least start with saying goodbye to what drains us and what's not going to be part of the new chapter, so we can move forward a little more optimistic, a little lighter, a little more exciting, or a little more excited for what we could be attracting. You know, be that energy you wish to receive, you know, that sort of thing. Take a chance, maybe, if it feels good to you, right? It has to feel good to you. I don't know you personally. And even if I did, it's not up to me to tell you, right? You have to really feel it. The star card, she is so in tune with her own energy and that of the energy all around her. And she knows where, you know, like, if she knows who to trust, what to trust, and what not to, right? This is someone who pays attention. She's a healer. She's someone who, you know, she's like living off the land here, you know? She's also she's free to the point where she's I mean, look, you know, she doesn't have anything on, you know, I covered up all that though, right? To be appropriate here, but it's like she's someone who goes with the flow, just like the Empress, going with the flow. Do what comes naturally. Do what feels most natural. And that's what she's doing. She's doing what feels most natural. She goes by how it feels. My take on this too, by the way, is like, I feel for the first time ever, I don't think she has physical sight here. I think it's all coming from within. I just saw 3333 on the timer. Oh my gosh. 3333 is 12. Oh man. Wow. I'm going to have to get out our 333 card. Okay. Let's get 1212, by the way. For some of you, you're getting answers. You are absolutely getting answers. The answers you need are coming. Hallelujah. Sign of manifesting your dreams. So, okay, so stay focused on your goals and dreams. Coming in, make a wish, right? Make a wish, you might get it. So that's why, you know, be careful what you wish for, right? There's that side of it too. Let's see, 3333. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So this is about gaining a higher perspective. Look at that. Gaining a higher perspective. This says You are now embarking upon a journey of divine awakening. Your heart and soul are beginning to open the boundless wisdom of the universe. As you delve deeper into the mysteries of the divine realm, you will begin to see the world through a new lens, Hanged Man, one filled with wonder and greater understanding. That is amazing. And look at the card. Does that remind you of a certain card in tarot? It reminds me of the World card. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So there's a new path becoming clear. There's movement returning. There's you aligning with your highest self. There's a breakthrough replacing stagnation. It's a door opening as a cycle completes. We're going to get some cards from the Key Oracle. Libra. If you enjoy this video, please do like the video, subscribe, hype, leave a comment. If you're interested in membership, there's that too. Also, if you're interested in a reading, schoolhouseintuitive.com. When the website's up, I'm taking new bookings. When it's down, I'm taking a break. Either my schedule's full or I'm tired. No. All right. So what do we have here? And if you're interested in your other signs, my other channel is Mantic Mystic. And that would be right here. Mantic Mystic. It used to be messages too, but now it's just Mantic Mystic. All right. Ooh, letting go. There could be resistance. What do you know? I mean, you can't make this up. So the cycle has ended. It's time to let go to experience new growth. It's vital to have closure and gratitude for the situation so that you can make room for new things to enter. So go within to find what's holding you back. Change is necessary in a situation. And I know, Libra, I'm a person too of a certain number of years and decades. And I get that some things in our life we cannot control. I also feel like sometimes we give away our power in life. And that's a lesson I'm always learning, that maybe there are things that I can change that I've grown resistant to for whatever reason, right? And this is judgment free here, okay? I'm not judging you. I'm trying to connect, actually, to help. So there are some things, some of us need to change, but we can't bring what's holding us back right now into our new path, into our new future. That's just not going to work. And I think a lot of us try to do that, so that may or may not be you. It's just something to think about as we're talking about, other perspectives. All right. Good news on the way for some of you. Here's awakening and expansion. So we go from resistance to awakening and expansion. We go from needing to change a situation to you've been receiving messages that it's time for your soul to expand beyond the 3D vision. You're an old soul that's here to do many great things. You've come to realize this through doing the hard work and merging with your higher self. There's no going back, so enjoy this new way of being by having acceptance and inner peace moving forward. You're on the precipice of change for some of you, right? And let's get some divine galactic angel messages. As we close out our reading, Libra, I want you to know the 1212 portal is a huge energetic transition. It's bigger than some of the ones we've been through. I think it's a big one for us, Libra. I do. And I think it goes right into 2026. It's not just, the 1212 portal. It goes beyond that. It's the start of this new cycle. We're moving on, right? From like waiting to wishing to being and becoming. Okay. Pause to purpose. Circling a cycle into, completion. So let me know what kind of synchronicities you're seeing, if you'd like, in the comments. So be all you can be. Step into the potential and be open to succeed. It's funny because I talked about potential just a minute ago, right? And then we have expand the mind, learn a skill. Knowledge will open doors to a new direction. I do believe that. So for some of us, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to let go of some of my old ways or how I thought I should be doing things, and I'm ready to learn something new, right? That can be in order to have whatever it is, right? So that's kind of like what I was saying, where, tell the universe what you're willing to do or give up or be or whatever, right? Okay, what else? What else? What else? A new cycle for Libra. Libra, you're approaching a fork in the road. Listen to your heart. Yep. Already had that come through. This is going to lead you where you're meant to be, where you feel most aligned. Think Lover's card. And there's finding strength and inner courage, though. So stand your ground and stay true to your beliefs. It can be an emotionally triggering time of year, the holidays, for a lot of us. All right. So be extra patient with yourself. Please don't beat yourself up over things that you can't change. Things we can't undo, from the past or whatever. We can only go forward. Just like the Fool card, no matter how difficult it seems, no matter how many unknowns there are, or snowy, jagged cliffs or whatever, they're moving forward. And they're doing so with that fresh hope, right? With that optimism. So if the reading resonated, you know how to show support, and let me know what synchronicities you're seeing in the comments if you'd like. All right. White Shark. Card 14. This is sacral chakra, and it's about being in the flow. So Empress, star card, ultimate cards for being in the flow. And this is flowing with the natural currents of life, being present and alert. As I said, star card, you want to focus, right? It comes from within too. It's not just your eyes, it's everything. It's your whole energy. So don't fear the new start or what the future holds. Don't let fear control your journey. You want to trust you're divinely protected. Trust it. Oh my goodness. Bottom of the deck. Look at this. You have shield of light. Okay. You're divinely protected. So some of you don't feel it. Look at this. You have one card building upon another. They even look similar. So trust you're divinely protected goes right into you're divinely protected. Nothing can truly harm you. Invoke your cosmic shield of light for energetic and spiritual protection during this 12/12 portal and beyond. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm wishing you a magical and abundant and super blessed 12/12 and beyond. Thank you.